Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com, and thank you so much for joining me for another tutorial. I am really excited to share today's project. I'm sharing with you my August customer thank you cards, and I am featuring the Fresh Fruit stamp set. I absolutely love this set. This was my first time to really get to use it, and I think this is going to be one of my favorites. I really like it, and I love how my project turned out. So let me show you what my August customer thank you cards look like. Okay, so here is this month's customer thank you card. I absolutely love how this card turned out. I think it's simple, it's sort of elegant, it's glimmery. I love everything about this card. Very clean. So let me show you how to create this gorgeous Fresh Fruit thank you card. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my card base first. This is a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock. I have cut this at 8.5 by 5.5, and I have scored it at 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and fold this over and crease it with my bone folder. All right. I am going to layer on top a piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And this piece of designer series paper, I think this is called Fruit Stand. It coordinates with the Fresh Fruit stamp set. This is cut at 2.5 by 3 3/4. And I've already adhered that down, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my fast fuse and add this layer. So I love this larger frame around this mat. I think it looks fantastic. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna show you how I cut this gold glimmer paper using the Big Shot. All right, I've got my Big Shot, and what I did to cut the gold glimmer is I used our new layering ovals framelits. These are in our current annual catalog, and I used this large scalloped framelit, which was right here, layered right here. And then I used this second smallest oval, which was layered in this stack. And let me show you how I set up my sandwich here. So I took my multi-purpose platform on tab 2, put that first. Then I put a cutting plate. Then I put my gold glimmer. And what I did is I took the scallop and I laid that on top first. Then I put in this little oval. The reason I did this is I am frugal when it comes to using my gold glimmer paper. So I didn't want to waste this whole piece of glimmer and cover it up with that oval that goes on top for our pear. I wanted to still have something left that I could use so that I'm utilizing as much of the glimmer paper as possible. So I'm just going to run this through. Let me slide it down some more. I'm just going to run this through. And then I'm going to come back again. Okay, so now what I have is this. So I've got this piece left that I can still use for something. And then I've just got this frame that I can layer behind my stamped image. So I love this way of saving paper and getting the most out of your glimmer, or any cardstock for that matter. Okay, let's start stamping and get this card put together. Okay, so now we have our gold glimmer frame. I also went ahead and cut our pear oval, and I used the second largest oval from this stack right here. And we are going to do some stamping. I'm going to bring in my piercing mat for this and some scratch paper. Let me turn this way. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to start with my Pear Pizzazz ink pad. And I'm going to start by inking up the pear. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp in the center towards the bottom, right about here. Okay, This is supposed to look splotchy like that. It will dry and look beautiful. These stamps are supposed to look watercolored. So there's nothing wrong with your stamp and you didn't stamp it incorrectly. That's how it's supposed to look. I'm going to stamp the solid leaf image in Pear Pizzazz as well. So I'm just going to stamp off, and I'm going to stamp that right at the top, just like that. And that's all we need the Pear Pizzazz for. Now I'm going to bring in my old olive, and we're going to stamp the outline for the pear. Isn't that so cute? I love that. And then we're going to stamp the outline for the leaves. Now this is a little bit harder to line up. Let me see around the camera. Hope I was able to do that. Perfect. Okay, so that's all we need the old olive for. I'm going to set this to the side. And next I've got a strip of Whisper White cardstock. This is cut at a half an inch. And I'm going to stamp the thank you using my soft suede ink. Now just stamp it right there. Hopefully that's centered. Okay, perfect. That's all we need that for. And I'm just going to trim this, let's just say here. Okay, I'm going to use my 1-inch square punch to banner these ends. This is retired. You could banner these ends with your scissors, or you could use our triple banner punch. I just don't have that punch yet, so I'm just going to use this right now. Okay, so I've got my banner done, and now we can start layering the pear onto the gold glimmer. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 dimensionals ready. I'm going to pick this up and get it just where I want it. I think this looks good. Flip it over, and then I'm going to put my dimensional half on the Whisper White and half on the gold glimmer so that the two are adhered together that way. And I'm going to put 6 dimensionals total. Okay, I've got the dimensionals on. I'm just going to remove the backing. All right, and let's bring in our card base. And we're just going to add this to the center. That looks good. Give it a good press. Perfect. And then let's just add a little fast fuse to the back of our thank you. And we'll just center that towards the bottom of our pear. So right about there should be good. Yep, there we go. I love this card. I love it. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I love this card. It's so quick and simple to put together, and it's absolutely beautiful. So if you'd like to purchase any of the Stampin' Up! Supplies that you saw me use today, you can head on over to my blog at QuitaBugHandmates.com. I have a link just below the video in the description notes, and I've got all of the supplies and all of the measurements listed out over there for you guys. And thank you so, so much to all of you who shopped with me during the month of August. I truly appreciate your order, no matter what the size, and I truly hope that you enjoy receiving these cards from me each month. I absolutely love making them for you guys. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you again real soon. Bye now.